In essence, a true ally has an unconditional quality about it. True allies seek to build really authentic relationships that stem from real issues, or I shouldn't say issues, but real interest in people's work and curiosity about their goals, their motivations, their feelings, and their interests. True allies create and thrive in an environment where everyone can be themselves, where no one has to meet some expected way of engaging that's based on someone else's personal preference. True allies take on each other's battles against what I call codified biases. A good example of this was earlier in my career. I was working in consultancy, and there was a policy, something as simple as a dress code policy that came out, and it was explicit to one gender. The policy said, women weren't allowed to wear open-toed shoes without stockings. People got together and pushed the organization to really see that this is really a codified behavior that's specific to a gender bias that was maybe unconscious. And it really didn't align with the organizational values at the time. Women made up about 10% of that company's top leadership. And I would say that we didn't win, if you will, on changing the dress code. Today, it is not part of that company's dress code. There is no dress code. It's business casual, and it's not like it's as explicit as women shouldn't wear stockings with open toe shoes. But that was one example. I've had a situation where my sponsors in the organization included my manager and his CEO. There were opportunities in other parts of the business that I needed to get to continue my personal career development, and I was deemed a high performer in this environment. There was an individual in a particular function that was a true blocker. I knew that person was a blocker. My manager knew that person was a blocker. And at the end of the day, the CEO actually knew it also. It got down to a point after the course of 5 years where the CEO actually made very directive, communicated in a very direct way to this individual that says, look, this opportunity needs to be created. We need to put Kimberly into this role because this is instrumental for her career, for the development of talent within our organization, because ultimately you have a high risk of a retention loss if we don't invest in individuals that we consider as high talent. I consider him an ally. I consider the blocker someone that was demonstrating biases, but I did have the support of my CEO. I had the support of my manager. And so that created, an opportunity for me.